I'm Joanne, mid-40s, and thought I'd just do a very quick and simple what I do for my makeup routine. I don't wear makeup a lot of the time at all. This is quite a rarity, and trying to do something that's quite realistic and that takes not too long. A lot of this stuff my 17-year-old daughter has given in to me, so please bear with me. And yeah, this is the first attempt trying to do this all in one go, so let's start. I have just wet this sponge, just from Primark, ready for foundation. I'm going to start with my primer that my daughter recommended to me. It's supposed to be a dupe of the Bobbi Brown one. It's just Primark's primer. And apologies if this is very rushed and not professional, but that's completely the way I normally do my makeup in not a lot of time. I'm sure all of you out there have got much better routines than this. I'm going to get rid of the hair. There we go. My daughter told me that I categorically could not put my primer on more than 5 minutes before my foundation. I used to do it so that I was putting my primer on like maybe an hour before my foundation, and she shouted at me. So we changed our ways. Okay, so I'm going to start off with foundation. I own 2 foundations. In fact, all of the makeup that I own fits in this bag, so you can see how unprofessional I am. One of them is a Rimmel Lasting Finish one, and that's in the colour 150 Rose Vanilla. Not the one I'm going to be using tonight. If I had to choose one that I preferred more out of the 2 of them, it's this one. Maybelline Fresh Wear, and this is in colour 145 Rose Beige. So both of my foundations have got the word rose in. Maybe that's what I need to look for other foundations. I find that out of the 2 of them, this one is a little bit more, when I say watery, I don't mean that in like a really negative way. I mean it in a, I feel like I can blend it against my skin a bit more. It's like easier to go over. I used to just do this with my fingers like all the time, and again my daughter completely shouted at me and told me I needed to start using sponges. And this sponge is from Primark. I own 2 of them, but I'm going to be honest, I don't always use them. And I don't know about you, but I always find that under the eyes are always the hardest bits to cover. And I never really know, am I supposed to go over my lips or not? Part of me thinks if I go over my lips, it makes my lipstick last longer. But I don't know if I'm just making that up or not. So I thought I'd go half and half. There we go. Pop that back in its thing. Finished with that. So next I usually do concealer. My daughter gave me this one. I think it's quite a posh one. It's Too Faced Born This Way. I would never have bought this, but I think she got given it and she passed it on to me. It's called Cream Puff, the colour. It seems to work on me, but I didn't choose it. And I always find with this that I only need the tiniest dab. I do use my fingers for this. Don't shout at me if I'm not supposed to, but I just feel like I can control it more. Always find though with this that it expands and just cover up any little freckles or blemishes elsewhere. But you can see how I only needed a tiny amount of that, and that's me done. Oh, I feel like my nose is running. I feel like whenever I start putting makeup on, my nose just starts to run. Oh. Okay, so next is going to be the first of what I feel is like my favourite brand of makeup. I know nothing about makeup. I'm really not a makeup person. but I'm much more of a perfume person. Hello, Deacon. My little doggy is coming because he can hear me talking to what he thinks is myself. So next I'm going to use Laura Geller. I love Laura Geller. So this is her Baked Balance and Brighten, and I use Fair. And this is her Balance and Bronze, and again I use the Fair one. Because I've got a tiny bit of colour at the moment, I think I'm just going to use the bronze one and just do a really light cover all over. It doesn't make you look like really, really, really bronzed. Sorry. Do you want to come up? Do you want to say hello? Oh, ready? This is Deacon. He is our 12-year-old Boston Terrier, and whenever he feels like he's being ignored, feels like he needs to join in. Do you want to go on the bed? Oh, you go down. Goodbye. You're stuck. Goodbye. Oh. There we go. But yeah, all of her Balance and Brightens, Bronze and Brightens, Blush and Brightens, they last for ages. Really, really do recommend Laura Geller. Done with them. What should I do next? Let's do eyes next. I'm not very good at eyes. Terrible at eyes. My daughter keeps telling me that I need to own more brushes. And she is 100% right, because this is the only brush that I ever use for my eyes. I've got two palettes that are sort of like my go-to palettes. Don't really use anything else on my eyes. One of them is a Rimmel palette, and one of them is a number 7 palette that my mum gave me. If I open it up, you can see the colours in there. I quite like the almost like truffly colours. I just feel like they really suit me. And I feel like with these two palettes, I can sort of mix and match any of these shades and it just works, and I feel like I don't have to worry about it, if that makes sense. Again, apologies if you know better techniques than this. I'm terrible with eyes. My daughter told me that you're supposed to do the darkest at this side, the lightest at this side, and sort of the medium in the middle. That's my understanding. That's sort of what I go to for. I usually start with the middle. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. But I'm just going to put some little bit of this number 7 in the middle. I've gone for this second one here, like the truffly shade. I feel like you can't really go wrong with like the truffly brownie shades, because they just go with everything. And again, just wipe it on my arm. I'm going to leave that palette for now. And I think I'm going to go for the outside, this slightly darker. This scares me. Don't think I'd be going down here. So I'm just going to do the outside. I forgot which one I was using then. Does anyone else out there have like tweens and teenagers that know more about makeup than them? Own. These are all her brushes. This whole cabinet is full of her stuff. What was I saying? Any tweens or teenagers out there who know more about makeup than them and are actually giving them tutorials now? I feel like it skipped a generation with me, because my mum's really into makeup and I'm just not. Right, lightest shade in the inner corner. So I usually go with either this one, or this one. I tend to not think it makes that much difference. I'm going to go for the palest one, which is a whitey one. So we're actually going to a do tonight. We're going to a silver wedding anniversary. So that's why I am actually making some effort and putting some makeup on. Don't generally wear it day to day. There we go. Okay. Do I need anything else? Maybe a tiny bit more in the middle. I feel like I second guess myself all the time with makeup. Is it too much? Is it not enough? Are you going to be able to see it on photos? Are you not going to be able to see it on photos? Right, eyes done. Blusher next. Laura Geller again. I had a Laura Geller blusher that was the same size as this, and I had it, no joke, it must have lasted me about 14 years, and it travelled everywhere with me. And it travelled so much and was so old that the packaging was all broken. It actually started to crack on the inside, even though there's about half of it left, even after 14 years. My daughter very, very, very kindly, she had like a beauty advent calendar, I think, last year. And one of her doors, I think, was some Laura Geller blushes. So she let me have these mini 3s. So she gave me this one, which is called Brulee Blush Lychee Rose. I like that one. She gave me this one, which is Brulee Blush Gingerbread. And I think there's one more in here. There it is. Brulee Blush Cassis Violet. That's actually, I lied. I do have one Laura Geller eyeshadow and it's really nice. If I don't want to do the whole dark middle light, I just put this on all over and it just works. Right, which one am I going to go for? I feel like I'm not going to go for the brownie one, so let's put that back. I feel like I'm going to go for the one that's a purpley pinky, which is Cassis Violet, if you're interested. These Laura Geller brushes as well are amazing, and when you buy one of the Balance and Brightens, you usually get one included. I always feel really conscious when I put blusher on because I feel like, am I going to like a doll? And do the whole fake smile, do I put it in the right place thing? Oh, my nose is running. I'm hoping that this is the right place. I usually do a little V. I'm sure I heard someone saying something about a little V. And sometimes I just, a little bit on the nose. Done. In fact, I might pop that in my bag. My daughter said, apparently, that blusher is the first thing that you'll lose from your face after you've done your makeup. Like, it comes off first or something. Oh. I'm well aware I've not mentioned my eyebrows. I don't touch my eyebrows. I don't do anything to them. Never have done. It scares me. So that's the reason I've not mentioned eyebrows. Mascara. So I've got 2 mascaras at the moment. One's black and one is brown. So the black one I do actually really love. It's a L'Oreal one. It's called Lash Paradise. And the brown one, I actually picked this up at an outlet mall in Florida last year. And it's a Too Faced one. And that's in brown. But I think for tonight, just because I'm going out, I'm going to go with the black. Might change my mind halfway through. I do that halfway through. I'm like, oh, do I need a coat of the other one? Right, apologies for the weird face now when I'm putting mascara on. Trying not to poke my eye out. I always find that so annoying. A millimetre to the left or the right and then you poke your eye out. I have no eyelashes, by the way. It's a real bugbear of mine. I'm so jealous of all you girls out there who have got these lovely, long, luscious lashes. Oh, that nearly went in. Because I don't. And I find it really hard to do, like, the inner bit of my eye. If people have got any tips, let me know. Okay. I always find it easier to do the bottom lashes. Right, I'm just going to let that dry. I feel like if I let the first coat dry, it sort of like, I don't know, helps me build it up a bit. Oh, nose. Lipstick. Now, out of all makeup, I feel like I am a lipstick person more than the rest of makeup. I actually really like lipstick. I like different colours and I love the MAC ones. This one is called Mehr, M-E-H-R, and I think I wore this on my wedding day actually. It's a really, really lovely shade that stays for hours. It's one of their matte finishes. There's actually one of the travel size ones. This is a mini one, so it's going to look really small when I open it up. It's really small, but it's easy to stick in your bag. I think Deacon's given up now and gone downstairs. There we go. And I'll pop this in my bag as well. Done. Right, second coat of mascara. Apologies for the faces. Done. And there you go. Let's take these off. Then go and sort the hair out. Go sort dress and everything out. But that was it. Hopefully that wasn't too long. Hopefully it doesn't look really ridiculous. But yeah, like I say, my name's Joanne. I'm 40 something years old, and that is my hopefully quite easy, realistic, real life makeup routine that's not full of really high-end products and things that you can't get, and sort of proves that you don't need, like my daughter has, an array of everything with this whole desk full of different products. But yeah, if you want to see any more videos from me, then leave a comment and tell me what you would like me to do next. We love Disney, we love perfume, we love Friends. We are just a normal family really with a little doggy. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I hope that was a help. See you later.